Hi, hello friends. My name is Aslam Sheikh, your host for this evening. I'm the founder and CEO of Alif, a platform to promote the global perspective of education and career. This is our 47th webinar series and broadcasted live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn pages. Every Friday, we aim to bring in the valuable speakers to discuss the topic that is important to you and for your career. Who are joining the first time, let me quickly share with you who we are and what we do. And here is a short presentation of Aleph. So the company name is Aleph. The Aleph is the first letter in Arabic and Urdu language that signifies the beginning and especially the beginning of education. And that's the reason why we adopted this name. We established in 2008. We have counseled over 23,000 students, maintained 100% admission and 95% visa ratio to the countries and to the universities who we represent in India. We are a consultancy who are affiliated with ISEF and WEBA. These are the two international bodies based out of Germany and Switzerland. We also are accredited with British Council and many other agencies. Well, last year we were rated among the top 10 most recommended overseas education consultants by Insight Success magazine. What we promise to our students is 100% guarantee of the admission to the universities we represent across these countries. These are some of the universities where our students are studying various courses at bachelor's as well as the master's level. We also assure the scholarships. Up till now, 2019, we had the data of around 23 crore worth rupees of scholarship distributed to Alif students under the various scholarship heads, which you can see in front of you. What do we do? Yes, basically, if you're confused about what course to choose and how to chart out your career pathway, we help you with the career counseling. We also help you with Ielts Coaching, which is the English test and almost compulsory by all the universities and countries across the world. We also won a Silver Partner Award from the British Council for our Ielts Coaching. And in study abroad consulting, definitely services start from student profiling. That means profiling the students for the right course, college, and country, making an application to the university, helping you to write a right SOP, assisting you with the education loan. We are connected with the 6 banks, nationalized and private, to help you with the foreign education loan. We also help you with the visa checklist, visa interview if it is required, and visa documentation, fee transfer, air tickets, foreign exchange, pre-departure session, and finding the accommodation before you even leave India. These are the few countries we represent across different continents of Europe, North America, Middle East, and Asia Pacific. We are very active on social media, so we invite you to join us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, to subscribe our channel and get benefited with very live and updated information about study abroad as the industry. We do organize a lot of events offline and online given the COVID challenges, and you have got full chance to participate in these events and get access to the latest information on study abroad. Not only we, but my counselors also visit to our students in abroad. We get to know them. We know the universities quite well before we even represent and suggest you. Well, about me, I've counseled over 1,000 plus students personally, have traveled 14 plus countries. I've been a certified consultant by the different international bodies. I'm also the executive member of Bombay Industry Association and also the ex-president of BNI Plus chapter, which is world's largest networking platform. I'm also the member of Swiss India Chamber of Commerce, Swiss German Chamber, India German Chamber of Commerce, US High Commission, to name the few. I was also having a privilege to be named as the top 10 best consulting leaders of 2020 by Knowledge Review Media. So, well, that's something about us, and let's move on to our today's very interesting topic. And today's topic is exploring Ireland for 100% job-oriented programs, especially in the domain of business and IT. And to discuss this exciting subject, we have with us an expert speaker, and let me do the honor of introducing him. Hello, Tariq, and welcome to the show.
Hi, Aslam. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Tariq. And let me quickly introduce Tariq to our audience. Tariq El Amoud, if I can pronounce the name correctly, is an international recruitment manager of University College Cork, Ireland. Tariq has got over 10 years of experience working with international clients and students at various roles. performed in the different continent of the world, like Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Asia. He's a multilingual and can speak fluently Arabic, Spanish, French, and English. Tariq believes in establishing an ongoing development by providing one-to-one career guidance and skills to assist their students in their career development. So, friends, that's the introduction about Tariq. And before we go further and ask quickly our very sought after questions, let me remind you that if you have any questions as we move further, you can write into the comment box. As we are keeping this program very short and sweet of around 20-25 minutes. So, if you have a time, we will take it, or otherwise, our counselors will contact you soon with the answers. So, let me move further, and let's have Tariq to answer our first question, which everybody wants to know probably. And let's Tariq, let's enlighten us. You've been living for many years now in Ireland, and good to know about that. And you yourself have a very interesting journey. So we would like to know from your point of view. Defining Ireland as a country and the place called Cork, where the university is located. Tariq.
Absolutely. Ireland is an amazing country. It's a small island nation located in the west coast of the UK. It's a country that punches way above its weight. The Irish people are entrepreneurial by nature. They always look to resolve problems. So, for example, within a single decade, we had transformed ourselves to be the financial hub for Europe. So basically, we have attracted major companies in the financial sector, banks like JP Morgan, like Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Wells Fargo. All of them, they have chosen Ireland, as their home. Ireland is also considered Silicon Valley of Europe. We have attracted, we are the headquarters of major companies like Google, Facebook, eBay, you name it, they're all here. And also the pharma and biotech companies, the top 24 companies in the world, like Pfizer, Eli Lilly, BioMarin, and so on and so forth. And I think the reason why they have chosen Ireland is, I think strategic location is number one. We are the only English-speaking country left in Europe after the UK leaving the European Union. But most importantly is the quality of education here in Ireland. We have the best quality of education. We are ranked amongst the top best providers of education in Ireland. When it comes to culture, I think a lot of people will know this, that the Irish people are one of the most humble people you ever meet. They are so welcoming. They're so proud of their culture. They would love to share it. And I'll speak from my own perspective as, a foreigner. Well, I was a foreigner probably 17 years ago, but at the moment, I've been living here in Ireland. I work and everything. I'm actually an Irish citizen at the moment. The great thing about the Irish people is that they're so inclusive, and this is something very important for parents, to bear in mind. I've lived, in different countries in Europe. This is the first country that I actually felt welcome, to be honest with you, as a foreigner. And it's very important as well for the students to understand there is equal opportunities, no matter where you come from. It doesn't matter if you have an accent or your ethnicity. If you're good, if you have a very good degree, if you go for a job interview, you will definitely be treated the same as any other person. And that's the most incredible thing that you see here in Ireland. It's absolutely amazing. I'll tell you a funny story. I came in here back in 2004, and you go for a walk in the park and or something, and then when you cross people will say hi to you. I actually, I was very surprised to see, like, do they know me? Because it doesn't happen that often in any other country. Honestly, like, I've lived all across Europe, I have never seen something. They're just absolutely genuine people. They always want to see you succeed. And this is basically why, there is no way you won't fall in love with this country, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. In terms of Cork, Cork is the second largest city here in Ireland. Is a cultural city. Uh, it's great because it has everything. It basically the best of both worlds. You have the beach, which is about 20 minutes from the city center. You can go surfing, and you have a really vibrant city, buzzing city as well. There are a lot of concerts. There is a lot of things to do as well. There is a lot of festivals as well. The great thing about Cork is also, you know, it's kind of a commercial base as well. There are about 170 companies who found Cork, made Cork their home. The likes of Apple, for example. Apple headquarters, the European headquarters is actually here in Cork. So when I say this to students, when I tell them, when you look to study abroad, you always look at the whole package. So what is the package here? You have a great country. You have great career prospects in this country. But most importantly, is the people and the culture. They're very welcoming and will always be welcome here to continue your career and live here with us.
Absolutely, Tariq, and I can't agree with you more on this point because during my first visit to Ireland and first visit, first date, first cuisine, you always remember. So I still remember when I was traveling from Dublin to Cork to visit UCC, and that was my first visit to the university. And I asked a couple in the bus that I wanted to get down at UCC, and they said yes, and then we will let you know. And they were supposed to get down before the bus stop comes for UCC. So whilst they were getting down, they inform another gentleman that this gentleman wants to get down at UCC. Please help him out.
Absolutely.
So that's the generosity and that's the friendliness which you feel, the warmness which you feel in Ireland, and that's absolutely you're correct. And in fact, my friend here has shared. His name is Arsen. He shared some of the interesting things. Thank you, Arsen, for sharing here online. Based on Tariq's what you said, the Arsen is saying that Ireland also is the home for the 50% of world's leading financial services. That's true. What Tariq has already covered, and 8 out of 10 world leading pharmaceutical companies. Thank you, Arsen, for sharing this information. So thank you, Tariq. And let's move to the next points. After understanding Ireland and how warm it is, we would like to know that in terms of business and IT program, what kind of different specialization? Because a lot of students are, of course, attracted towards various destinations. How Ireland is different from others in terms of offering the future oriented specialization in business and IT, and what are they?
No, I think that's a very good question, to be honest with you. I think I will talk from a perspective of Cork University Business School, which is the business school of UCC. I think our number one objective is employability. We need to make sure that these students that come to us, they need to progress employment, and this is where what a business school is for. Students have to get employment at the end of the day. So how do we do this? We work very closely with industry experts. Before we launch any course, we speak to the companies and we design a course based on the gaps and in the industry. So, for example, we have a course right now, and you probably have seen it, Information Systems for Business Performance. This is a master's course here. It's been awarded the best postgraduate course here in Ireland for 7 years in a row.
Wow.
So what does it do? Why is it winning all these awards? Because it just fits industry requirements, and it's been updated on a regular basis to do that. So it's taking students from, let's just say, from a BCom or a business background and give them those IT skills to be able to succeed in the job market. If you think about it, most of the managers right now, they'll have to use data to be able to devise a strategy to help a business perform better, for example. And this is exactly what these type of courses do. We also have courses, for example, in hybrid courses, basically combining management and accounting or management and information systems. So the portfolio that we offer, it's always basically give more tools for students to succeed in the job market.
Right. In fact, just to add what you rightly said, I was going through this particular course which you mentioned, Business Information System at UCC website, and it also mentions the almost 100% job employability for this particular programs across the board. And 17 times you won this award. I'm sure that industry must be valuing this program. That's the reason why this program is doing so well. And I invite the students and parents and the counselors, principals who are watching this show to
Yeah,
recommend these students, because data is the gold mine for tomorrow's business. And
absolutely,
it
I
could be,
agree with you.
yeah,
Data is very, is the essence of everything we do right now. But most importantly, it's the delivery, the course structure. You
yeah,
see, at Cork University Business School, we make sure that we follow a very simple approach. It's called the two-step approach. So in semester 1 and 2, it's kind of a classroom and project-based environment. But in semester 3, so let's just say from April to August, we place students in a company whereby they work on a project with the company and they will be assessed on that project. It counts towards their overall marks. So before they can graduate, they have to demonstrate to us how they can actually apply everything they learned in semester 1, apply it to a real world environment. We need to see them in action. So that's
right,
why we have that the 100% employment rate is because of this two-step approach. It's very, very
absolutely.
important. We do not offer generic courses, for example, it's just a piece of paper. We want to see how a student can actually navigate themselves when you put them on the spot, when you put them in a business environment.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tariq, for this information. And friends, this is a very job-oriented programs, and we are getting into a very interesting conversation with Tariq. So, if you're really interested about your career, and we are talking about the master's program at the moment, do connect with us, and we'll be more than happy to give you further information about this university. Moving to the next question, Tariq, we would like to know more about UCC. UCC had some amazing campus, which I have witnessed myself. But as a past student and now and the UCC representative, we would like to know more about UCC, his history, its ranking, and its credibility in the market.
Oh, absolutely. You know yourself. You've been in UCC. UCC is one of the most beautiful campuses here in Ireland. So UCC has about like is located in the city center of Cork. So the whole city is actually built around it. So most of our students live in the city center, so it's walking distance from anywhere. It's the first university to achieve the 5-star ranking, QS ranking here in Ireland. It's
Wow.
also it's also within the top 2% universities worldwide, and it was the first university to ever be awarded the International Green Flag for environmental endeavors. And that's some achievement to be the first
Definitely.
university in the world. It is ranked number 1 in scientific research here in Ireland and 52nd globally. So as you know, there is a long-standing history of teaching and learning here in UCC. If you think about, I don't know if you know about the Boolean algebra and the Boolean logic. So UCC is the home of George Boole, who is the creator of the Boolean algebra, which is the essence of anything, all the softwares, and the one and the logic of 1 0 1 0,
Wow.
any programming. So the university itself was established back in 1845. Is a really prestigious university. We have 4 colleges. Within the university, you have medicine and health, you have science college, arts, and also business and law. So within the College of Business and Law, there are 2 heavyweight schools within that college. So they have Cork University Business School, and you also have the UCC School of Law, which is the top 100 best law schools in the world. and it's just been ranked probably yesterday. You've seen it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an absolute. As I said, it's an amazing university. It's located in the city center. Also has what's called a sports arena, one of the biggest in the country. It comes with Olympic swim pool. It comes with cricket fields as well. So all our students have access to that arena for free, basically. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much for giving us this information. I think that that is very, very vital information from parents, especially parents' point of view, who would want to know more about the university before they pick and choose the course within the university offerings. Thank you, Tarek. And let's move to the further question. If the students who are listening to us and would want to come for especially business and IT, because we are just focusing on these two programs at the moment, uh, what would be the eligibility criteria? When is the next intake for them? And what would be the approximate fees? And if the scholarship is possible?
Yeah, absolutely. So our next intake. So we are still taking students for September 2021. So the students are eligible to apply right now. So we have a suite of 5 programs within under the business information systems, which is a combination between business and IT, and we accept students from different backgrounds. So even if you have never studied IT and you have no background in IT, you can still come to us. So our entry requirements are very simple: is 7 out of 10 CGPA for India, and the fees are, to be honest with you, they're frankly reasonable. They're 18,000 euro for a master's here at UCC, but we also offer a merit-based scholarship for up to 3,000 euro. So your fees might be actually, there is a reduction of 3,000 euros. So you might only pay about 15,000 euro at the end.
Wow. So that's a great scholarship, friends, and the fees is definitely looking at the ranking of the university and the reputation of the
Yeah.
university. It is really moderately priced. Thank you, Tariq, for that information. Moving further, as we know about the university now and the country and the place and the facilities it got to offer, let's talk about the outcome of the university graduates. So, whilst talking the outcome, Tariq, I would request you if you please suggest us if the student has got any chance to do any internships or life projects whilst doing this course, and also how the university helps the students to identify the full-time career opportunities through various means.
Absolutely. So as I've explained, like we follow this two-step approach. So every course that we offer, there is an internship program or an industry-based research project. So whereby a student has to work with a company. So this is before they graduate, and this is the unique thing about us. So when you speak to other universities, they probably everybody will be, will claim that they offer an internship, but if you actually ask the right question, the internship with those universities is probably after you graduate. With us, it's actually part of the course. So we need to make sure you're not gonna graduate unless you do that internship or that project-based research projects. So how does it work? We have dedicated work placement managers for every department within the business school. So when a student joins us in September, after 2 weeks, the placement manager will arrange an interview with them. So they start working on their work placement. That's going to happen in 6 months. So they have an interview with them. They want to see which industry they want to go and work in, and we make sure that we place them at the end of the day, so they can get their placement. What we have noticed ourselves, and this is the reason why we have that 95% employment record, is that most of the students that we place in those companies for the 5 months period, they end up staying with those companies. And as you know yourself, like Ireland offers a 2-year stay back visa. So it's a work permit for 2 years. So those students, they have transition into into that 2-year stay back visa.
Absolutely. And that's really, really the cherry on the cake, friends, because we know that we all are looking for these investments of time, energy, efforts, and money in the end to achieve some tangible results for a better career. And what could be the better place like than UCC, which has got the dedicated placement managers for each department, 95% placement ratio, and looking after the programs offering internships, which is a part of the course. So before you graduate, you still have a practical exposure going out in the industry. So that's really interesting as a student. I feel tempted, to join UCC for my post
I
graduation
agree
program.
with you. I agree with you. I've always said that. Like, I wish these type of programs were available when I was actually in college. They're absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tarek. And friends, just to connect these points, let me quickly run through some of the very important points about Ireland, which you may not know, is that Ireland also has got 9 out of 10 world's leading technology and internet-based companies, 8 out of 10 leading games companies and their platforms. So that's ample of opportunity. Because of these companies' presence, you would expect to arrive after your graduation is over. And let's move to the last question, Tariq. And we quickly would like to understand from you, because the parents are concerned in this given situation of taking the decision of sending students abroad. However, we would like to know, because you're living there at the campus, how is the situation, COVID situation at the moment, and how the classes are happening, whether it's online, offline, or hybrid, and how the September intakes looks like.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think Ireland, we are in very strong position right now. Thanks to the efforts of the population staying at home, limiting contact. In fact, I just checked this morning, just before I took this call. Like, we have less than 500 cases, COVID cases right today in Ireland. So that's a very good, good outcome. As you know, yourself, like, the European Medicine Agency has approved 3 types of vaccines. So Ireland has already started vaccinating the population. So what we know is that by fall of 2021, which is around November, October, all the adult population here in Ireland will be vaccinated. That's a given. Now, in UCC, we are committed in prioritizing, the health and safety for our staff and our students. So we are following the health guidelines that been given to us by the government. So our plan is a hybrid delivery model, so face to face and online. But let me just explain to you. I think the audience, when they hear the word online, I think they're very skeptical. They might think that you be disadvantaged, or probably they had some bad experience with online delivery. I'm gonna talk to you from my own perspective. So this year, because I'm not traveling that much, I actually took the opportunity, and I'm doing a postgraduate diploma online with UCC as well. And
Okay.
honestly, I believe you need to understand one thing, that all the lectures are live lectures. So this is one thing that there isn't this misconception about online delivery, is that they think that everything is recorded and that's it. No, absolutely not. All the lectures are actually live lectures. There is a huge interaction with the program directors. There is also group work. Technology right now permits in having breakout rooms and working with other colleagues as well, is as interactive as being in the classroom, and that's the most amazing thing, to be honest with you. So yes, it is going to be a blended delivery. Now we're hoping. I think things are going very well for us here in Ireland. So hopefully we
Yes.
can go back to chat.
Great. So that's good to know that Tariq, thank you very much. And friends, now having learned from Tariq that Ireland is reporting less than 500 COVID cases, and that's really nothing as compared to even the part of Mumbai where we are living and talking to this program. So I believe that that gives you enough confidence to look at this particular country, which is safe, secured, the top ranked institutes offering blended program and having live sessions going on, having internships, scholarships, job opportunities. It's got everything what an international student would look for. So thank you, Tariq, for this information. And before I conclude this program, let me also share some very interesting information. And many friends and many audience may not know that we had the Irish Prime Minister before this Prime Minister, who comes from an Indian origin. His name was Mr. Leo Varadkar, and Friends, he was from Sindhudurg, which is the one of the cities in Maharashtra, and he is the physician, and he was the Prime Minister of Ireland. So you have got a very strong link from
Uh,
between India and Ireland, and to look at this particular destination. So great. So thank you, Tariq. Thank you very much for your time,
Thank
and it
you.
was really really good having a conversation with you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. That was a pleasure. Thank you.
So thank you, friends. And just for you, if you are listening this program first time, and if you would like to know more about this particular program and a university, then you can contact us on this helpline number 9987099890, or you can email us on info@alif.in. Our professional counselor will be more than happy to consult you for your better career. My name is Aslam Sheikh, founder and CEO of Aleph, signing off with a promise to come back again next week, sharp 5 p.m. on Friday, with another interesting topic and with another amazingly talented speaker to enlighten you for the programs and the career which matters you the most. Until then, stay safe and stay excited.